Yo, what's going on, you guys? We'll start in a couple of minutes. We're gonna let people come in and then we'll start the talk. Dolio, how you doing? You're from Brazil? Hey. Hello. I'm from Orlando, Florida. Junior Hand, what's going on, Beer? You guys ready to talk about those videos that came out? We're gonna look at the locations. We're gonna look at all the names and the places inside the house that we can see. They don't show everything. And then everything outside, I think, is just called exterior. So we'll just have to make the best of it. Alright, let's jump into it. Yo, Spud, how you doing? Yeah, the release of Friday the 13th that was some fire right there. It was crazy. Yo, Junior Hand, what's going on? Stink Bug, everybody. What is happening? I hope everybody's doing good. This game is gonna be big when it releases, I think. From the vibes I'm getting, I think it's gonna be big. You know, Nathan was talking about earlier what is gonna keep the three killers from just running into the basement and killing everybody like right off the bat. Because Bubba starts down there. Bubba is Leatherface. He starts in the basement because that's his lair. I don't know if like maybe the cook and the hitchhiker can just run downstairs and go down there, you know, but I think it's probably in their best interest. I don't know, there might be something that keeps them from going down there in the beginning, but I think it's in their best interest, like to play defense and set things up, you know, on the top, like setting. They're probably going to be getting things ready, like the generator to turn on the electric fence, putting traps down on the ground, stuff like that, and kind of getting ready for the survivors to come upstairs preemptively. Because if they don't do that and the survivors get upstairs and they haven't prepared, then they're just, you know, they're gonna get out easier than what it would have been had they prepared first. But yeah, look at that Vizda. Amazing. So let's I need to pull this out and put it on my own screen as well. Alright. Let's push it forward, and we're gonna look at the locations. Like, we've already seen these parts in other trailers. We want to look at, like, the locations. Let's get to an area where we haven't. There we go. Right here's a. So we got, like. So we got the luggage area. Right, so this looks like it's upstairs, because you see the banister right there, and then it looks like, I'm not sure, I don't think that's floor right there. I think it goes downstairs, it looks like. So this luggage area, because you see the wallpaper, so it's definitely not in the basement. So I think this luggage area, and then I got the map too here, by the way, so we'll take a look at it, like, just to kind of guess where stuff is. You're not going to be able to guess where stuff is in the house per se, because it doesn't really convey the levels of the flooring on the map. You don't see the second floor, you just kind of see bits and pieces of what would be the first floor, so we'll just have to kind of guess. But yeah, so this luggage area, and if you play
victims, notably not,
you can see there is actually luggage
not named survivors,
like they're storing big crates in
but
there.
Instead
victims. There's like a skeleton on top of it. The detail's crazy.
Awaken
like, I really do love the detail. Hope console gets access to the beta as well. I don't remember. I don't know if they'll do that, because that's hard. They're probably only going to put it on PC starting off, because they already have to program the game, you know, for the consoles and PC, and programming a beta for all things is that would take some time, and they're not like a AAA company or anything, so it's probably gonna be for one platform. But if they do manage to get a beta on multiple platforms just to test, like, the only reason I could see them doing that is if they want to test crossplay, but that's the only thing. But I don't think it's gonna have crossplay on launch, so that might not be a thing. Divine pixelation. I think the killers are going to be able to run downstairs, but who knows if that's barred off at the very beginning of the match. Like, there might be something in the way of the, you know, Hitchhiker and Cook just immediately going downstairs in the very beginning. Maybe they start off really far from the, you know, maybe they start outside. I don't know. Like, maybe they start off far away from the basement, and it will take them a while. Because if they just all show up down in the basement immediately, that's going to be really overwhelming for all four of them.
By the Slaughter family that consists
I'm sure
of
they have a leash.
Hitchhiker, the Cook, and of course, Leatherface himself.
So here's the upper landing. So we went from luggage to upper landing. Now, if you notice, like, the upper landing has the same wallpaper as the luggage room, so that's why I'm thinking the luggage room is also upstairs.
In the 50 years since the original Tobe Hooper movie shocked
and then again, the
audiences with its unflinching portrayals of violence.
So good. Like, we're seeing all this too at daytime, right? So some of the lights pouring into the house from outside on the windows and stuff. Now imagine what the inside of the house is going to look like when it's nighttime and there's just moonlight kind of coming in.
Leatherface is how
I can't wait to see the lighting. Like, they've shown like 2 screenshots of what nighttime looks like, and that's going to be freaky. People are already playing this game and they're scared of the daytime stuff. Like, they're getting entertainment out of the daytime stuff, so the nighttime, I'm excited.
His own series.
So, okay, so look at this. She went in, so Leatherface is behind her on the upper landing, right? And she crawled into the next room. The next room is it says up there, the hitchhiker's bedroom. So we actually get to go into Nubbin's person. We don't get to see it because she's only just going in, like, through the back hall. But once she turns that corner right there, she's in Nubbin's bedroom. Like, this is all Nubbin's bedroom. We get to see what Nubbins keeps. Hitchhiker is Nubbins, by the way. We get to see what the hitchhiker keeps in his bedroom, like how he decorates. So that's gonna be kind of cool. So that'll be a surprise. Catching up on the chat. Hey Egons, how you doing? This is the area above the stairs and next to the window that Sally jumped out of the first time. Yeah, that's what I think. So you can see it when Sunny is running up the steps. Oh, okay. We'll have to keep an eye on it as we keep going. Captain. Pliskin, you just got back. Welcome back, welcome back. The steel door, only Bubba would be strong enough to open. Yeah, okay, so there it is, Nathan. See, Nathan might have hit the nail on the head right there. That steel door, maybe everything is kind of shut. Like, you're down in the basement with Bubba, right? Like, the survivors start off down in the basement with Bubba, but the steel door is closed. So maybe it isn't until Bubba starts opening those doors. There's probably more than one steel door. We'll have to see, but it's probably not until Bubba starts opening those doors, then the cook in Nubbins can go down into the basement, right? It's so think of it this, it's not until either Bubba or the survivors or the victims open up a door to get into the family house. That's when things start to get, that's, you know, everything starts to amp up, because in the beginning all they have to deal with is Leatherface down in the basement, right? So all four survivors are trying to evade Leatherface in the basement, and then when they get up into the house, now they got to deal with the cook and Nubbins. And then because the doors are now opened, now Nubbins and the cook can go down into the basement if they need to. So there you go. That might be, Nathan, I think, just hit it right on the head. I feel like the killers can run down if they want to. Yeah, well, just like what Nathan said. Yeah, like there's probably going to be a lot of strategy to it. So when in that moment where the survivors are down in the basement with Bubba, you know, and they're trying to evade Bubba, that is the moments when Nubbins and Drayton, the cook and the hitchhiker, need to be upstairs setting up a defense. That is their moment of freedom, the few minutes of freedom to be up there setting traps. Maybe I don't know how far Drayton's thing can hear the survivors, but can he hear the survivors up on the floor while they're in the basement and highlight them for Bubba while he's down there? I don't know. Like, can he, like, how far does that little hearing thing go? Because it would be kind of neat if the cook is just kind of upstairs walking around listening for the survivors through the floor, you know, and then he can kind of highlight them for Bubba. Like, that would be some scary shit. The thing that's going to be really, really OP, well, not OP, but super strategic and is going to catch people off guard, is when Bubba learns how to turn his chainsaw off. Let the cook highlight the victims and see that a victim is coming, you know, heading towards Bubba. So then the cook can be like, Bubba, stay where you are behind the door. They're coming. And you could blip them and highlight them for Bubba. And so then when Bubba is standing behind a door or whatever, behind an object, they come walking in, and then you just fire up the chainsaw and it's just boom, you scare the crap out of the survivor that just walked in there. They don't know you're there. You're just standing in a corner, like that scene from Friday the 13th 7 where Jason's standing up in the corner while the guy's going into the kitchen to get something out of the fridge. And then you just bang that, you just fucking light up that chainsaw, and it's like ridiculous. That's gonna be, and you do that at nighttime, that's gonna be some crazy shit. The gameplay video is much louder than me. What do you mean? There's no gameplay. But yeah, you can hear me. I'm looking at the volume right now. It's not even that bad. Speaking of which, let me put on a different. But yeah, that's gonna be some lit. That's gonna be some lit stuff right there. All right, let's keep going. Hold on a second.
Partly due to marketing decisions.
So we got Hitchhiker's Bedroom.
As slashers blew up in the
1980s,
Leatherface had become the series mascot, its face of evil, who could stand tall next to Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and the rest. But the original movie.
And then, okay, so we got the kitchen and the dining room. Of course, you know the dining room is kind of close to the... Dining room is right next to the chicken room, as you've seen in the movie. So that means to the left of Drayton right here, and then left again, is the red room and the front hallway. You know,
focused on the family as a whole.
So he's going through the chicken room and then left right here through that door, and then
in being a recreation of sorts of that 1970s
outside, and then behind him is the red room
before film.
And then there's the truck, you know, as you see it parked. That's where he parks his truck all the time. So if you watch the movie, that's where his truck is parked, just when they're running out the door, you know, at the end.
The game
that's exactly where
does
the
this
truck
too.
is parked.
To match that film, you gotta have 3 family members running around constantly on you, making you feel uncomfortable. Might this annoy some?
So that'll be cool. Also, like, I'm excited to see all these other little buildings that are out here. We've seen a lot of the main
running
house,
around constantly on
like,
you, making you...
what's in the shed, you know, like, what do they keep in the shed? That's the cool thing about this game is we'll get to see what Gunn kind of does with the environment to tell a story, you know, because you don't get to see that stuff in the film. Like, what do they store in their shed? You see the shed in the film, but what do they store in it? You know, like, what's in there? That area where they store the cars, you know, where the netting, when Kurt and his girl first get there, you know, they see all the cars. And so I'm sure we'll see that somewhere out here.
Feel uncomfortable. Might this annoy some players who really just want to be Leatherface? After playing it, I think not. Each killer has their own
unique. More of the trailer.
Need to
and that. Okay, so here's and basement storage, and there's like blood on the wall.
Need to work together to kill off the foursome of victims and prevent anyone from escaping. Playing as 2 of them, I enjoyed them in different ways thanks to how they bring crucial abilities to the...
This again with the crazy amounts of detail down there. Like, I can't wait to experience the environments. Yeah, Bubba's gonna be really fun to play. Slick Ninja. What you're wondering is if the cook and hitchhiker can restock, find more padlocks and bone traps. Oh yeah, I'm sure you probably, because the map is kind of big, so I doubt they would limit you to just 3 traps and then that's it. Unless, I don't know, if they do limit you to just those 3 traps, then holy crap, you're gonna have to really plant those traps in a good place. But I'd imagine you could get them back somehow. Now, what would kind of stink is if you have to run to the previous trap and then pick it up and then place it down somewhere else. Now, he also has another trap, like I mentioned in my previous video. He also has that rope trap. Like, how does that work? We don't even get to see how that works yet. Julie might be the best person to play as from what we know so far about the game. Well, we don't know anything about Julie. The only person they've really talked about is Connie and her ability to break padlocks. You wonder if the game... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Captain Sawyer. When Scare... I wish I could go to Scarefest. Yeah, that's happening in October, isn't it? I think what's going to happen is they're going to let people that go there get hands-on with the game. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be going on there. They're going to get more... because they're letting the news outlets play it right now. Right? So they're probably going to let the public get first hands-on with it at Scarefest. You should store... Wait, what are you talking about? You guys, there's no video playing. What are you talking about? Is there... Are you guys hearing other audio? You might have a video playing in the background, Stormek.
Hitchhiker.
The only thing that's playing on my end is... The only thing that's playing on my end is my microphone and some desktop audio with the music in the background. Oh, the video isn't muted? That's weird. I have it muted on my end. Let me see.
This is Stuart Kimball speaking.
There we go. That should be better. My bad. I didn't know it was coming through. Now is it? No, I gotta put it back to where we were. Is it good now? Fixed it? Okay, good. I didn't know it was playing the audio. On my end, I couldn't hear it. That's my bad. Well, that'll screw up the... That's already gonna screw up the stream. I didn't know it was playing. I thought it was off. On my end, it was off. Alright, let me get back to where we were. Well, there goes the VOD, aka the archived video that you guys could watch later. It's gonna have all that annoying... It's gonna have all the annoying fucking sound of the video in it. Okay, so here's where we were. There, you're right here. Yeah. Okay, it's all fixed now. It's all good now. My bad. I know why, too. I just fixed it. It's because I was not monitoring the sound. And for you guys, it was playing. Which is really weird that it would do that. Alright, so we're good. Alright, let's continue on. Let's see. So this is all exterior. See, I really want to see. This, I think, is the back of the house. Like, that's a... So if we look over there... Oops, let me go back a little bit. Like, if you look over there, I'm pretty sure that's the back of the house. So there's a back door, and it looks like there's a porch. So the back of the house has a porch, because we don't get to see the back of the house in the movie. So that was all left up to creative freedom. They put a back porch. You can see like the windows and everything are all boarded up. Yeah, the back porch is gonna be creepy. Look, it even looks creepy in the daytime. Now imagine being up on that porch at nighttime. You know what's kind of weird is like the back of the house is all boarded up, right? So people can't see in and all that good stuff. The front of the house is not boarded up, I don't think. Like it's just all straight up. you know, how it is, because I guess it, you know, they want it to look good from the front, but in the back everything's all boarded up. And you got the kitchen, upper storage. So there's storage and then there's upper storage. I wonder what the difference in there. And then there's the landing again, upper landing. Okay, upper storage, I guess. There's basement storage and upper storage. And then now he's in the upper landing. So that's all upstairs. And then this is down on the first floor. And again, you know, like I got the map. It's so the house is like a little bit bigger. Like it looks like really small when you look at it on this map. But like when you get in there, it's bigger than it is, but it's gonna be super claustrophobic. You wonder if any of the victims can heal themselves, kind of like a first aid spray of some sort. Yeah, they don't really get into that. Like, I'm sure there has to be some way to heal yourself. It's probably not gonna be like DBD with the healing hands, because that's not grounded. Because they're trying to keep this game grounded, so there's not going to be any magical healing hands or anything like that. I imagine maybe you have to go find a med kit or something. And damage is crucial. Like, you can hurt your, like, it looks like one hit really hurts your character. You know, like it shows Sonny jumping out the window at one point, and he gets like really badly hurt, like down in the red. So this is the lounge area through the house. And then what is that? The orangery. Okay, you guys, does anybody know what an orangery is? It's like they got a lot of crap in there. They got a dude, there's a skeleton sitting at the piano. I just noticed that. Look at that. There's a skeleton just chilling there at the piano. Here, I'll go back a little bit. Like, there's a lot going on right here. There's a skeleton sitting at the piano. There's so much detail. Look at the ceiling. They got bones hanging. And then there's just a lot of crap in the background. This has to be around the back of the house. Because, again, like, we never really get to see too much of the back of the house in the movie. We mostly see the front portions of the house. The killers have a skill tree too, so maybe one of the skills is more locks and more traps. Yeah. Like if Nubbins only has those 3 traps and he can't get any more, he probably can like get another extra through the skill tree, whatnot. So there's an orangery and a lounge. If you notice, like, Leatherface just straight up kills both of them right here. Like, he kills her, and then he gets off of her and just runs right over to Leland and just takes him out. Like, 2 right back to back. That's half of the team gone in one fell swoop. And then it shows Friday the 13th a little bit. And then this is the exterior again. So there's, okay, so let's look at the map right here. See, there's the house and there's that shed, right? It's not too, they're not too far apart from each other. So if you look, there it is, right? Hold on, let me use this. That shed that we're looking at, oops. Hold on, let me put that. Okay, so that shed that we're looking at is this shed right here. Because it's, if you see like the corner of the house, and then there's the shed, and then so beside that shed is going to be the windmill. Yeah, see, there's there's like a little, looks like a water tower right beside the windmill. See, is that on the map? Yep, there it is. See that little circle right next to the shed? That's where right here. I can literally just put this dot in there. Blep, right there. That is where... That is the water tower. And then the killers have a skill. Let me go down. Orangeries are for oranges, I read. Some kind of greenhouse area. Oh. But it's like a whole dining room. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Anna looks good. So if you look in the background there, I don't know who that is. I think it's a survivor. They see the cook. Like, look at the cook comes right out of the shed, right? And then if you look in the back there, I think that's a survivor because it looks like they're sneaking. But they're like, oh, there they go. Let me get out of here. Somebody's getting killed, so I'm going to run for it. So, okay, now we're seeing, like, okay. So, again, remember the water tower and the windmill. That's off to the right, and then the garage is on the other side of it. So, that's the back of the house again, in the distance to the left. So, right here behind the house. So, where Leland is at right now, that is right... Let's go to the... Leland is, like, right here. Leland's like right there. Probably like a little bit more to the left of it, really. Like right here. So he's running towards the house. And you can see the little back porch area, like that little tiny square that's coming off the left side of the back of the house. That's the back porch. And you can see how big the basement area is by comparison. And then we don't even get to see this huge forested area that's kind of like towards the back left. Back top of the map. Hey, Sammy. I wonder if we will be able to see a trap. Camp Facer, what are you talking about? I think that when the heart turns red, it means they are in critical health and can be insta-killed. Well, the heart turning red means your stamina. I think it means your stamina, because if you look, the heart it has a little half circle with the stamina and the health coming out of it. So when your health is low, that means when you start running, your stamina is just going to get zapped. Like, you're not going to be able to run that long at all because you're hurt. But when your health is green, you could kind of get away from, you can kind of get away with running longer distances. Now, there's probably more to the heart than just that, but I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's more that goes along with it other than the stamina, but we'll have to see. So look at this. So this is interesting. She's in an area called Blood Bathroom. What's that all about? Look at this. It's like nothing but dark descriptions back here. She just got out of the blood bathroom and is going up into the gore room. Like, how dark does that sound? The blood bathroom into the gore room. And there's why it's called the gore room. It's just everything's chopped up in there. I really love that maps will have night and day. Yeah, oh, nighttime's gonna be ridiculous. You hate the stamina part of the game. It's like F13 when you're running from Jason and you have no stamina left, so you're just walking away from Jason. I'm wondering what's gonna happen when you do run out of stamina in this game, if you trip or anything like that. Like, that's why. Well, here's the good thing, Isaac. Here's the good thing. This game is not gonna be. Whereas Friday the 13th is like, the main thing is like being in a cabin, right? And then you have to kind of run when you're out of the cabin. This one is gonna be like, you're gonna be so busy being stealthy and trying to hide. The running part is because you just need to get somewhere quick, and if you don't, obviously if you don't get there, you're gonna die. But see, that's because the focus is gonna be more on stealth and hiding. You don't want to even get seen in the first place. So it's not gonna be like in Friday the 13th where you can kind of kite Jason around and like run around and, you know, you can kind of run Jason around. Like, he wasn't that much of a threat if you knew how to 180 past his shift grab, and you knew to turn around just in time, all that kind of good stuff. So like, when you do need to run, it's because in this game you're gonna have to get somewhere. Like, the running, it's probably gonna make you a little bit faster at first until they get tired. So you got to make sure you know where you're going when you're blasting all your stamina out to death. Because I noticed that they can run without blasting their stamina. I don't know if it's just because they're healthy or what. And I don't know why it's broken into so many chunks either. Like, if you notice, it's not just one whole stamina bar. So I think the stamina works a little bit differently than it did in Friday the 13th. Otherwise, they just would have made it one full bar. So I think what it is you can run normally, but then like you can give your character like a blast of adrenaline, and then they go a little bit faster. Like, but while you're doing that, you know, maybe you're getting more tired or you're stressing their heart or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I'm wondering how the stamina works with the heart and the health and all that. I know the health, when that's low, you can't do their stamina just is zapped. But yeah. You hope there's no driving. There's not going to be driving. The maps are too small for that. These maps are smaller and more grounded than Friday the 13th's big ass maps. These maps are not. Like, I'd probably say that Packanack, like, damn, somebody's racing down the neighborhood. You guys hear that? Like, I don't know, even Packanack might be pushing it, but the maps are more personal and smaller and more claustrophobic. Like, you're not going to be driving around these maps. There's no car like that. These maps are all built to be walked around and ran around. Like, the only time you'd probably get into a vehicle is if they created a map where that is an opportunity of escape specifically for that map. You know, like, you can get a car started and then drive it out, but you're not even going to be driving that far. It's not going to be something like Friday the 13th where you're driving around the whole map, like cutting corners and just doing laps. Like, if you drive in this game, you're only going to be driving a few feet just to get out. Like, it's not, these maps are not that big. Like, they're big enough to where there's a lot of detail and hiding places, and it's packed with more material than just being, you know, this big ass empty map. Yeah, they have the pretty lady skin for Bubba, and it looks really good. Let's see, let's keep going. Yeah, Sammy, look at the map. That's not big. You're not gonna be driving no car around there. Like, the car is like, it's just not gonna happen. And then the slaughterhouse and the gas station are kind of similar. The gas station is a bigger map, but it's more cluttered with junk in the back of the gas station. And the slaughterhouse is just a giant slaughterhouse area with some dirt roads around it. Like, you're not, it's not the Forget Friday the 13th. This is not a Friday the 13th type of game. Well, this, oh yeah, the victim, they're going to put customization on the victims. That's a must. That's definitely a must. Like, those things are just, you can, like, most games have cosmetics in them. Like, they're not going to forget about cosmetics. Okay, so we got the basement storage again. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. So we're seeing most of these rooms. There's the dining room again, which looks amazing, by the way. Some delicious... You know what grosses me out is, like, to most people, they're going to be going through this dining room and be like, look at all this delicious meat on the... on the table, right? You know? But then what I think about when I think about this dining room is the behind the scenes to this film, where they discuss being in a 140-degree room, you know, or over 100 degrees, and the meat's going bad in there, and they got a real dead chicken on the set and all these other dead things around, and the meat's been sitting there, and they've been sitting there for like so many hours, 20 some odd hours trying to film this scene, and the meat's starting to stink, and it's like, you know, all that, and then they're just in a really nasty smelling room, and everybody's sweating because they're in there trying to film the scene, and like it's just hot, and it's so nasty in there that some of them actually go outside and throw up, and then they have to come back in and continue trying to film it. And that's what I think about. I see this dining room. It's like, the things they had to go through to get that scene. All right, we're in basement storage again. Camp Facer, they went through a nightmare trying to get that scene done. You ate a burger in the bone room? Whoa. Hey, I'd eat food in that house. Hey, you gotta eat. Get some BBQ. Catching up on the chat. The killers have some kind of stamina bar. Yeah, the killers, see, here's the interesting thing, Craig, is the killers have a stamina bar, which is more of a solid stamina bar, and then the survivors have this broken up into section stamina bar. So how do both of those work? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, no, Captain Sawyer, none of that is confirmed. None of that is confirmed. They don't have the only rights that they have now, at least that they're willing to tell us about, is the rights to the first movie. So that's why we're seeing the gas station. The slaughterhouse is creative freedom, so they can do whatever they want with that map. And then they got the gas station, which is also kind of creative freedom because nobody knows what's behind the gas station. And then this map, which is a lot creative freedom behind the house, and creative freedom for the back of the house, and some of the things around the front of the driveway. So anything else is not confirmed. Like, they don't know yet. Like, I'm sure they have something lined up, but they're not going to tell us about it yet. The only way, here's the thing, the only way they're going to get maps from the new reboot movie is if they get into talk with Platinum Dunes and they have a sit down directly with Michael Bay. That's not an easy task. Getting on the phone with Michael Bay and getting him to say yes to this game, the license, so they can create new Leatherface and create that house. Yo, that house. I'm telling you. That's one of the things, even before Friday the 13th came out, one of my biggest things is if they can create the the friggin' what's their last names in the movie? It's not. It's the Hewitt house. Like if they can create, if they ever get to the point where Sumo, like looking at how Sumo works here, which is incredible detail. So if Sumo gets to sit down and design and build the Hewitt house, I'm gonna shit. Cause that house is scary and the basement is scary, and they could totally do it because in the movie, in the reboot, they have the basement stuff, like the running through the walls and all that kind of crazy shit that you see kind of like here. That's all in the reboot. Like they have, and then there's a slaughterhouse in the reboot as well. So yeah, it's gonna be incredible if they do get the licenses. And then on top of that, they could get the 2022 license. And then on top of that, they could still get all the sequels that came after the first film initially. Like, that's crazy. Chop Top, Matthew McConaughey, hello. Like, there's surprisingly a lot of material that could go into this game. Yeah, well, see, here's what's going to happen, Sammy. The game, if they are not already in talks with Michael Bay, once this game comes out and people start buying it, and then they have a reflection of how successful financially that it's doing, then they could call Michael Bay up and then be like, hey, and pitch to him, hey, our game is making this much money. This is what it looks like. Do you think, we could grab a license? I mean, obviously there's a little bit more to it than that, but yeah, that's the base thing. Have a mechanic to hold your breath or something. I wonder if that's going to be a thing. I hope not. That hold the breath thing was so dumb in Friday the 13th. Like, I hope when you get into a closet, you're just in the closet and that's it. Like, they have to check it to see if you're in there, but there's no, like, that hold the breath thing was so janky. When do I think the beta is going to be? I think it's probably going to be, I think it would be amazing if it was in October. Now, if they're going to go the same route as Friday the 13th, we won't see it until December. Because that's when Friday the 13th beta happened. Right in the middle of December, everybody's getting ready for Christmas. Everybody's in a great mood. They dropped the beta, and it was just like fire. Hey, coffee lover. I did voice Mr. Widemouth. That was a fun story. That was a long time ago. Oh man, Captain Sawyer, if they get Sheriff Hewitt in the game, I hope that Wes Keltner goes out and finds, like, don't settle for just anybody. They gotta find the right person to voice and do justice to R. Lee Ermey's performance as Sheriff Hewitt. Like, that if it wasn't for him, that movie wouldn't have been as strong as it was. Like, R. Lee Ermey just sold that movie. Like, Leatherface was cool and everything, and he was crazy and beastly and all that stuff, but let's be honest, R. Lee Ermey. So when they get a voice actor to do him, and the motion capture, they gotta get someone to do the motion capture for him that's good. That part's gonna be a little easier, but getting somebody to voice as R. Lee Ermey's Sheriff Hewitt, that's gonna be the harder part, because you gotta find somebody that sounds really confident, commanding, has that southern drawl that is just, man, if they can do that, and they make the Hewitt house, like, they just, like, that's it. I won't play anything ever again. I'm just going to be running around as Sheriff Hewitt. When do I think the actual game will come out? That's harder to say. I know that Killer Clowns is aiming for March 19th. I don't know, like if Texas is... I feel like Texas Chain Saw is wanting to come around the same time. Like it feel because they're doing previews now, right? If they might be lining up a beta early, like late this year. Like I don't know, it depends. Like after the beta, is the game going to be good enough? If it's good enough and done enough to where they have the beta in November or December or October, whenever they have it, it's probably going to show up. It could show up as early as January, but we don't know. We don't know how long it's, you know, how much they got to do after that. Sammy, it's not going to be in June. They just got done showing previews to IGN and GameSpot. We're not going to be waiting 6-7 months for the game. Generally when game companies are showing off previews, the game is coming out soon. Not a half a year, like a whole year down the road. Mama, get some towels. Uncle Monty made a mess. Yo, how long have I been streaming, you guys? We're only supposed to be doing this for an hour. We're like stuck on this screen for like the past 10 minutes. All right. So yeah, there's if you see in front of them, that's the well that they're gonna jump in because they're being chased. They're both being chased by a hitchhiker. I think that's the well. Like, see that little thing in front of them? I think they can jump down into that. It's hard to see what it is. I think it is though. That's a big yard. Like, look at this though. This is a big ass yard. Like, holy crap, man. So in the daytime, right? Okay, check this out. In the daytime, all of this where they're running is dangerous, right? But when it's nighttime, think about that. When it's nighttime, you can actually kind of come out here and sneak around, and you're a little bit safer because it's dark. Right? See those little bushes and shit over there on the right-hand side? You could sneak in that in the dark, no problem. You ain't gonna have an issue. But in the daytime, you know, you're exposed. Basement storage again. There's a basement storage is just huge. And then past basement storage. Oh, and then it goes into this for a little bit. All right, so there's a new room. We got upper storage again. And then the study. So we don't even get to see the study. You see like a desk and a spider web in there, and then that's it. Upper storage again, upper landing. Like, we honestly don't get to see too much of the house. There's still a lot left to see. Hitchhiker's bedroom again. That is just playing the same clip at this point. Chicken room. So there's the chicken room at the front of the house with all the stuff laying around in there. And then that's the front hallway, and to the left is the stairs, and to the left of that is the red room, but you can't see it because he doesn't look in that. Well, now he kind of, there he goes. So see, there he goes, Leatherface coming out of the red room, and then blasting upstairs, and then there's the upper landing again. Oh, and there's that little thing. There's the little trap door right there to the left. But he's not going to have enough time to get through that. You guys see how slow they get through those trap doors, right? I wonder if later on there's going to be maybe a perk skill tree thing. Mark Robble, what in the hell are you... I wonder if there's a skill tree perk to maybe you can get through trapdoors faster. Like you can kind of skadoodle through a little quicker than normally. Oh no, Sparkles. They're not going to let you turn off that orange aura because that's part of the gameplay. Like, you can't turn off gameplay elements like that because it's supposed to be making you feel tension and get in your way and make you so you can't see your peripheral and all this stuff. Like, that's part of the game. You can't leave 3 other players with something turned on and you get to turn it off just because you don't like the effect. Like, it's actually part of the gameplay. It's supposed to be distracting and annoying on purpose. The game's UI, the game's UI, I mean, it's not bright. It's not too bright. Well, maybe it is too bright. It does kind of stand out, doesn't it? What I think needs to happen is the UI needs to fade off of the screen. Like, because that's a lot of UI. I think this game does well by just having a blank screen, like nothing on it, because that enhances the immersion, right? There's no UI on the screen at all. I think the UI should only come up like when you need it to, like, so, like, programmed in a way so if you want to look at it, you click maybe you click a stick in, like you click the right stick in, or if you're on keyboard, you press a button that pops the UI up so you can kind of check it, like a UI check button. I don't think the UI needs to be on the screen all the time. Like, cause that's a lot of UI. That's like 1/3 or 1/4 of the screen down there. So, see, and then especially right there, like, look how much UI that is. That's like, well, a big chunk of the screen. So yeah, I think that they could lower that down somehow, make it so it's just a lot less. Maybe put Grandpa somewhere. I don't know, like, they could spread that out across the screen, but maybe they just don't want a lot of stuff all over the screen. But in that case, just have the UI fade away, you know, just when you need it, it'll be there, but when you don't really need to pay attention to the UI, have it fade off of the screen. Which one would you be out of the 3? Zombie combo, don't ask me that question. You know it's Leatherface. I want to play Leatherface so bad. I really want to play everybody. I want to play Cook, Leatherface. Hey, Cook makes the best BBQ. Yo, if we can cook up some BBQ as the cook for whatever reason, I know that's probably not going to be a thing, but yo, they gotta have yo, if barbecue is not implemented in this game in some way, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but there's gotta be some BBQ. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Yeah, Killer Clowns is coming out in March. If this game actually comes out before Killer Clowns, that's going to be amazing, but I don't know. People are going to watch this video and be like, why is he pausing all the time? It's because I'm checking it. Some people won't, because a lot of people don't watch live streams, so they don't get it. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Oh, Jeepers Creepers 4. I have a hard time supporting Jeepers Creepers at all. Doesn't matter which movie it is, just because of the, well, you guys probably know the incident with the original director. It just left a bad stain on the whole series. How many obstacles are in the game? Mark Robo, I don't know that. There's probably a shit ton. Think Grandpa is special to the main house map? Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's what I was wondering, Vin. That's what I'm wondering, alright? Grandpa is key to the first map, but does Grandpa just show up on the other 2 maps? Like, that's what I was like, is Grandpa just for no reason sitting in the slaughterhouse? Like, why is Grandpa at the gas station? Like, Grandpa, how the hell are you getting around? You got some rockets on that wheelchair? What's going on? But yeah, who's gonna be in the gas station and who's gonna be in the slaughterhouse? Because if Grandpa's just there, what the hell? Are they just carrying him around? See, that's what I love, is people are gonna have their favorite killer. Like Andy Cleves was saying his favorite killer is the cook. And then, you know, like some people are really gonna like Nubbins. You guys know me. I love playing as Jason. I love Jason Voorhees, so I'm probably gonna love Leatherface. I just love the big, hulky, you know, rough and tumble kind of killers. Those killers that kind of come after you slowly, but they're just deathly dangerous and frightening to deal with. Like, Leatherface coming after you outside in the dark is going to be an experience. Right? You know what's going to be the worst, you guys? I don't know how the lighting is going to work in the game because they haven't shown it off too much. But imagine Leatherface coming at you in the dark, but you can't necessarily see which direction. All you hear is his chainsaw. Like, that shit's gonna be fucking ridiculous. So you're just freaking out and going where you can, away from the noise, but you don't know where he is because you can't see. So, like, that shit's gonna be fucking crazy. Really, let's see. Look how Nubbins carries his knife, trips me up. He swings it, like he kind of swings it like a girl. He's just like, and then he just does his thing. Nasty. You guys look like right here. I think he's raspberrying him. You know how he raspberries the van in the movie? Like he's totally sticking out his tongue and raspberrying him right there. They probably don't have it animated, but that's what it looks like he's doing, is doing the whole raspberry at him. Which I think is a nice inclusion, right? The whole raspberrying thing. That's gonna be the ultimate troll too. Like, you're trying to get away, you're almost away, you get killed, he's just like that crazy shit. Yeah, the in-game cinematic could be the cooking up BBQ for the family, and it's the survivors that they just got rid of, right? That's a good idea. Grandpa is like the old woman in RE7. Yeah. Yo, that woman was scary though. Oh, Captain Sawyer, you better believe the night that we're playing the beta for the very first time with everybody, I hope we get to do it on stream. Because some betas are closed and you don't get to do it on stream. But hopefully, like Friday the 13th, they let us do it on stream. But I am buying the biggest BBQ dinner that night. You better believe it. This shit's gonna be crazy. Let's see. Let's keep moving. Leatherface. Okay, so the basement is just called... No, wait a second. The basement has various rooms as well. But look at this room that Sonny's in. It's just straight up called Leatherface's Lair. Look at that. Leatherface Lair. So this is where Leatherface starts then. Yeah, you can see all the meat. Like, look at the meat hanging up. He has, like, meat hanging up and going into the barrels. Like, the blood and whatever else is in the barrel over here. Look at this. See on the right there, he has a piece of meat. Oh, no, that's somebody's body. Yo, that's fucked up. Look, it's somebody's hands. Look over there on the right, you guys. You see right above the lettering, you can see somebody's hands tied up. Like it's their top half of their body. And they're bleeding into that giant barrel filled with flesh. Yo, they went above and beyond. Holy shit. Holy Holy crap. Oh, multiple kills. Yeah, they show the same 3 kills over and over. I think it's because they don't want to show too much off Sparkles. Because you better believe that they recorded a lot of kills. Like, they aren't going to do Friday the 13th, have a lot of kills set up, and then make a game with only 1 kill. I find that one hard to believe. So they have probably a lot lined up, but they're not going to show it to us yet. Like, they're saving a lot of the game as a surprise. Like, because if there's a panel and Kane says some of the stuff that they're going to be doing is pretty up there. So I imagine that there's going to be some crazy shit. The question of dismemberment is still up in the air, but we'll just have to wait and see. You start out in a cell. Yeah, I don't know if they start off just tied up or if they start off like caged. Maybe it's just different for everybody. But I know you start off restrained, and then you break free of your restraints. Maybe you do like a quick mini game at the beginning, and you just get out of your restraints, and then now everybody's kind of out and running around. Now I know you can die really quick because there's one achievement where Leatherface kills somebody in like the first 20 seconds or something like that, first 30 seconds. So it is possible to just start and then immediately get slaughtered. So you got to be careful. Should be on stream. Do you think when we're hooked, they also get blood that way? I don't even know if you can hook them yet. See, that's just stuff we don't know about. Can Leatherface hook them up somewhere like in the film? Maybe, maybe not. Like, I don't know. Does he always just insta-kill people, or can he pick them up and put them somewhere? Like, why would he put them somewhere as opposed to just killing them on the spot? That's the thing. So I don't think there's going to be any hooking. I think you might start off hooked, and then they get down somehow, and then they're injured. Because if you notice in all the videos, everybody's just injured. So it's up in the air. Maybe you can kill them via putting them on a hook, but we don't even know if you can grab people. Like, can Leatherface grab somebody? Can he set down his chainsaw and just grab them for whatever reason? Why would he put his chainsaw down? So there's so many things that Gun's not explaining to us. I feel like the stuff that the news outlets have told us is very bare bones of what the gameplay is actually going to be. You can see Connie hanging on a meat hook on the right. Really? Hold up. Is that in here? We got to see this. So now, okay, so porch basement. What's porch basement? Is that like the basement right underneath the back porch? Or the front porch? Maybe, that's... Things we just don't know. Oh, there's the bucket again. Ew, you can see all the flesh and shit in there. Like, look. So see, that's a body with no head hanging up. And then there's just intestines in there, and ew. You guys remember that? Do you guys remember the kill on Friday 7 where a guy got dumped into the sewage, the barrel of like crap, and the rat was in there, and he drowned him in it? Imagine that in that. That's nasty. You're just getting a mouthful of that dumped in it. Ugh. It's so gross. Yo, if there is a kill in the game where Leatherface can dunk you in that barrel upside down and drown you in it, that would be a great shout out to Friday the 13th 7, but just having that in this game for the sake of it is a little nod to F's Friday 7. Yo, that would be so gross. That would be hard to do though, right? But if they could manage that, holy shit. Mark Roble, you better calm down, man. I don't want somebody to come in here and ban your ass. Better calm down with that shit. You ain't trying to die in the first 20 seconds of the match. Holy shit, you guys. We've been streaming over an hour already. If survivors go down the well to get to the basement, where does Leatherface go? Down the stairs and back into the basement? Like, he's not going to go down the well. He's going to have to go run back into the house and go back down the stairs. Or wherever there is stairs to the basement. That's why they jump in the well, so they can break contact for a little bit. Excuse me. Damn, I got the sneezels. Oh, Slick Ninja, everybody would be able to stream the game anyway. That's not what I'm talking about with the beta. Like, that's not the reason betas are not streamable. The copyright music has nothing to do with it. It's if the developer is ready for the public to see the game. They can have a closed beta and tell people not to stream it because they don't want people to stream it. So it's either going to be them letting people stream it because they think it's ready for people to see outside of the beta, or they're going to say no and not let people stream it and just make sure that when people play the beta that they're not showing it to the public. Yeah, the copyright music has nothing to do with that. It'd be cool if Leatherface could carry a survivor as a strategy to get more blood. But how would he be getting more blood by carrying them? He's not doing anything with them. The whole point is you're killing them and bleeding them out so then you can get blood from them. Who will win, Killer Clowns or Leatherface? I think they're both going to be good in their own way. One is going to be a comedy horror, and the other one's going to be a horror suspense. Or horror comedy, I should say. When you put comedy in front of the horror, then it's more comedic than horror. So horror comedy for Killer Clowns, and then horror suspense for Texas Chain Saw. Just depends on what experience you want at the time, what you're feeling like. Drowning in the guts. Okay, let's push it forward a little bit. We've looked at that nasty barrel of guts enough. So there's, okay, wait a second, let's go back. So he's in the Leatherface's lair right here. And then he goes into lair corridor, which is a really small area. And then into the blood bathroom. So what is the blood bathroom? We don't even get to see it, but if you look right, it goes by really quick, but look at that bathtub. There is some nastiness going on in that bathtub, or whatever that is. It's like a giant sink. There's some nasty going on. We can't see it very well though. Maybe Nubbins can go down the well. Maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know if Nubbins could get up, and then that's the end of that one. Wait, I want to see that area. Who was talking about where Anna and so-and-so was running around together? Wait, is this it right here? Oh, yeah. Connie's on a hook right there. Good catch. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. So maybe you can get killed on the hooks. So how does Leatherface put them up there, I wonder? That means he can either grab them and pick them up somehow? So there's things we don't know about, and that makes me even more excited because we haven't seen the whole meta yet. So yeah, Connie's totally dead right there on the hook. Damn. That's pretty intense. Can you imagine seeing her like you're hiding somewhere and you just see her get hooked up there? I wonder if she just dies immediately. I'd imagine so, because what are you going to do? It's not going to be, since this game is very grounded, right? It's not like DBD where somebody's on a hook, you just get them off and then they're magically healed. If somebody gets put on a hook in a grounded in reality type of game, I think they're dead after that. Like, what are they going to do after you pull them off? They're just going to bleed to death. You know, because you're not going to be able to walk around after that. It's too painful. Hey, Dark Wolf, what's up? Oh, that's it. So the other video, I think it shows pretty much about the same thing that the here, let me go back in it. Where's the other video at? Oh, wait, I gotta... Wait, the other video doesn't even show up. I think I broke it. Wait. Oh no, I broke everything. I can't see anything. Well, I guess that's telling me where I need to... Here, let me see why it's not showing up. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, that... Oh, there we go. I think this is the other one. Wait, is it playing? Okay. Let's see, this one is the... Yeah, this is the other one. Okay. We're good. I saved it. Do you think the family should have interactive voice lines? They do have interactive voice lines, which is good. Oh, that's a... Yeah, that could be cool, Alex. Alex says that when you hook them, or maybe like when you do specific kills on them, you would get more blood from the survivors than just doing like this kill right here. Because if you're putting them on a hook, you're essentially draining the blood. Or, Alex, maybe after when you hook them up right, that the blood, you get some blood right off the bat, but if you come back later, because the blood's draining from them, maybe if you come back down to the dead body later, you can get more blood, because it's, you know, going into the bucket, or whatever it's, you know, whatever is under them. So, yeah, that's actually a pretty cool idea. So, yeah, I think in the GameSpot, this is the IGN video, I think they show pretty much the same areas that we saw. Like, I don't think there's too much different about it. Yeah, see, there's the gore room. Because you can tell that they were both probably given footage. Like, Gun Media specifically told them what parts of the footage they could use. So there's a lot of things they don't want us to see yet, obviously. So that's why you see a lot of the same footage between the two. I think if you keep going in the GameSpot video, Anna and Julie will be running in on the right. Oh, we already saw it, Sparkles. We just looked at it. Blessed, you're at Disney World right now? Damn. As in interacting among themselves, maybe like if Leatherface does a good job near them, they could say a compliment or something. Wait, what? Why would they compliment Leatherface, though? That would be really weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the survivors are there to compliment. Do you mean the other family members complimenting them? So, okay, I don't know, like, that would be interesting. Like, if like, maybe a survivor got away from Nubbins, the cook could run up to Nubbins and be like, you know, and scold him and all that stuff. That I could see. Yeah, that would actually be kind of cool. Like, if you could run up. Another cool thing would be cool if you could run up with, like, Drayton and smack Nubbins around and do all that, but in a way it's not useless. Like, it's not just a useless taunt. Like, maybe it buffs Nubbins in a way. So if you smack Nubbins around with Drayton, it gets him, it's like it gives Nubbins a little bit of an adrenaline rush, because now he's got his brother beaten on him. So it pushes him to try hard. It's like it's pushing him to try harder. So it gives him like a little bit of a buff, you know, because you're scolding him. Like the cook being able to scold Leatherface could be another thing too. So that's, I mean, that's an idea. So it gives the cook an extra layer, right? So instead of him just doing what he does that we know about, he could be the disciplinary of the family, right? So now he can kind of get in there and lead the team, so to say, through his buffs. You know, scolding Leatherface and scolding Nubbins. That's a good idea. I like it. So then that way Nubbins and Leatherface kind of look to Drayton for, you know, getting that extra juice, the extra kick, you know, that they need. Drayton is the cook, by the way, for those that don't know. But yeah, like, so going through these, we honestly only get a taste of very few of the rooms, like, outside. We don't get to see any of the other buildings. Like, we get to see the house in these videos, a little bit of the exterior, and that's it, though. That's it. We don't even get to see, I don't even think we've seen the entire house. I mean, we've probably seen a majority of the house, but there's a lot of sections in there we just haven't seen. But they have shown us a lot. For us not even getting hands-on with the game, they have showed us quite a bit. But alright, you guys, holy crap, we've been at it for about an hour. I do apologize for the beginning of the video. Like, the thing is when this goes up as a VOD, I'll leave it up and then I'll see, you know, it's probably too long. I don't know if I want to put a long live stream up, but I'll leave it up. And this was a good talk. I do apologize for those of you that didn't come in at the beginning. The sound from the video was playing and I didn't know it because my OBS was not monitoring it. So you guys could hear the sound from the video, which was really loud, and you couldn't hear me talk over it. So that happened. So that's going to be in the VOD, and it's probably going to be annoying to try to rewatch, but it's there. I'm leaving up. I'll leave up.
Toss a coin to your streamer. Oh, Valley of Plenty. Oh, Valley of Plenty. Ho, ho, ho.
Love your videos, man.
Oh my god, I forgot I put that as an alert over here. Yo, oh. Oatmeal man. Yo, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that a lot. That helps out. Yo. So yeah, and I want to, so as we go forward, before I get out of here, you guys, as I go forward, I'll probably be streaming Ghostbusters on here and on Twitch. But mostly I want to start streaming here again just to kind of test out the waters, because I haven't streamed on Twitch or on YouTube in a really long time. So I'll probably be streaming Ghostbusters here, and then the main other two games are going to be Killer Clowns and Texas Chain Saw Massacre. We'll probably do some more live stream talks because they're reminiscent of my cabin chats that we had back then. And good stuff like that I'll be doing. But I'm not going to stream anything else. Like, I want to keep it limited to just horror stuff on here because we don't want to get sidetracked off the theme of my channel. So if it involves Ghostbusters, Killer Clowns, and Texas Chainsaw, it'll be here 100%. Your only concern is what's stopping the family from camping the entrance from the basement to the house and the exits from the house. Oh, Michael Everson, I can answer that. There's more exits than there are killers. There's more ways to escape than there are killers, and there's more exits in the house than there are killers. Now, IGN said that there was only 2. Now, there's probably 2 initial ways to get out of the basement, but I think after that, there's like more. Because they're not just going to keep 2 ways and then you get... There's more to it. Like, we don't know everything. We don't know everything. I don't think that the dude from IGN was being 100% clear with it all, because, again, he only got to play 6 matches, which is really not enough to gauge everything. So, yeah, like, they probably got a small taste of the overview of the game, and they just don't know 100% what everything is going on. There's secrets that, there's things that, Gunn are going to put in this game that we just don't know what it is, It's like the whole killing Jason thing. Well, surprisingly, it happened really fast, but the Gunn thought it was going to take people a while before they figured that out, and then it happened in, like, the first night. I remember waking up to one of the streamers doing it, killing Jason, and I was like, oh Lord, they figured it out. Because I knew you could do it, but I didn't know how. I didn't know how it was done, and then people figured it out pretty quickly. And it happened. Alright, I need to make an ending soon screen. Alright, you guys, we're going to get out of here, though. Thank you guys for popping in. I don't want this to drag on for too long, because we've been streaming for almost a couple of hours now. Hour and a half. It's going to be a long one. So I'll probably stick this one down in the live streams. I'll make this I'll leave it up for a day or two, just so the people that are going to watch it are going to watch. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it up, because it is a talk. I hate to put my talks down in the live stream section, but typically most gaming live streams I will unlist it and then put it on a playlist, for a live streaming playlist, which I still need to add down underneath my YouTube. But yeah, I'll probably leave this one up. If people are annoyed by it, then I'll get rid of it. Some people don't like hour-and-a-half videos. But yeah, I'll leave it up. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a good night. Again, thank you Oatmeal Man 6 for the $4.99. Michael Everson, Nathan Hale, Zombie Combo, Beer Blessed, everybody, Alex, Signary, have a good one. I'll probably be over on Twitch playing some DVD in a little while. We'll see. I need to get some dinner first. You guys have a good one. I'll see you next time when they drop more Texas Chainsaw info. I'm so excited. Bye-bye.